so I'm not going to give him one because he doesn't need one. Show your appreciation to the man, the legend, sometimes called John McGuinness. John, hey, I have to say, it would do your heart good every time you see him. You bring him up here because during the whole COVID thing, we weren't sure it was going to happen again. And to have this man stand beside us once more here in Coleraine and meet the Raiders, I'd have to say, in a record crowd too for everybody, which we're delighted about. God, John, it's great to have you back.
Great to be here, yeah, no, like you say, it's been a long wait, hasn't it, and been really frustrating times, but yeah, it's all come back together, hasn't it, and the paddock's atmosphere is amazing. The atmosphere here today is amazing. The kids and families that are out here, it's yeah, unbelievable to be going down that link road at 200 mile an hour again. Last night, I'm still aching now. My legs and my old body's struggling a little bit, but yeah, no, it's fantastic to be back, and long may it continue. If I'm racing next year or if I'm not, I'll come back and support this event, because it's brought me so many happy memories, a couple of bad ones along the way, but mainly great memories, and I really, really embrace it and enjoy this place. It's awesome.
I would say great memories too for all of us here, all the fans here, because you now are one of the legends of this particular event, indeed of the sport. And just to give you a wee Brucey bonus tonight, Stephen Watson's in the marquee with, who's he with? Oh, Johnny Ray, yeah, I forgot. Johnny Ray's in the marquee tonight. But after we talk to Johnny, myself and his nibs are going to do a 10 or 15 minute chat. And what he also has on offer is a special, what have you got on offer for the fans now?
I've just been distilling my own gin now, so yeah, it's called Mc Gin. So you never know, just trying to earn a few quid on the side as you do, but it's a nice gin apparently.
What do you mean apparently? I saw you neck 2 or 3 bottles of it this week.
Well, yeah, I can't hold my beer anymore now. Now I'm 50 years old, I'm pretty average on the drink, so... but no, it's just a nice bit. We're only going to make 1,000 bottles of it, and it's been distilled by a 12 times world champion, Dougie Lampkin, who's a trials rider. I just thought we'd have a bit of crack. It's only a bit of fun, and like I say, it's a proper embossed painted bottle, and it's got a little story on the back, and yeah, I can sign every one of them, like you say, no problem if you want one, but I've got to be careful in the paddock. I haven't got a licence to sell them, so if you come and tap on my door in the motorhome, we'll slip them out the back door.
I hope the two police... Sorry lads, cover your ears down there at the back, those lads. Good lads, thanks very much. And by the way, just when I'm here, just when I happen to be standing there, a big thanks to everybody in all our emergency services, the ambulance in there, the police as well, for all their efforts and cooperation in the week of the North West. Thanks very much, lads. And as they have been practising and saying in the marquee, they're not here to spoil anybody's fun. They want you to have a safe time and go home safely after it's over. Back in the name of God, look at this here. Now hang on, do it again, go back again, I got a crowd behind you. Now I want to say, this is going to be capturing the old and the young. There you are, ladies and gentlemen. What about this? Oh no, here comes the main actor. You get in there, Stevie Davison. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have him here. Look at the efforts this man does every single year too for the Northwest 200. The man who does all the press. Look at this. Come on, he's the shine man behind it all. And you always hate that. John, we've talked a lot about, Steve was talking about the various things and people getting used to it again. The lineup this year is particularly, it's strong, isn't it?
Yeah, really, really competitive. Lots of BSB riders here, lots of top TT riders here, and lots of good machines as well. When you look down here, the BMW is strong, the Yamaha's in there, the Kawasaki, the Honda. And when you look down, you think, oh, he's fast, and second place, he's fast, and Rutters and your Harrisons and your Hickeys and everybody else, there's nowhere really to hide, So if you're in the top 10 in that, you're in good company. So, and that's where I am. I was 10th on the Superbike, 8th on the Stocker, so I've sort of hit my targets really. I think it's realistically, if I get in the top 10, I'll have done a good job.
So what about your teammate? Obviously, this year's a big year for you. Well, big year for the brand as well. 30 years in the Fireblade, a bit of pressure on there, showboating. But you're coming in, I suppose, arguably, you're number 2 rider. You're here with one of the favourites, Glenn Irwin, to win races on a superbike. But then you're going to go to the TT and you're the kingpin. There's a bit of difference there in the two events.
Yeah, there's a huge difference there, but I mean, Glenn's got to start somewhere. He's going to come in pretty high-profile newcomer into the TT, and you know, one of my jobs is to try and guide him along a little bit, which I don't mind doing that at all. You know, I mean, I want to see lads progress and go to the TT and become, you know, another great TT rider, but it's going to be difficult for him. There's a lot of pressure on him. When I went there for the first time, I was on a small capacity bike, but he's on a 230 horsepower bike. But I tried to follow him yesterday. We went out on the track together, and he was gone. He's really strong here. The pressure's on him this week. The pressure will be on me in a couple of weeks at the TT. And, but yeah, no, it's great to work with Glenn. It's a new generation as well. I'm 50 years old, so I've come through 2 strokes to 4 strokes to no traction control, no this into electronics, you know. So I'm actually learning quite a lot off Glenn, and we share each other's data, and if we can help each other out in a few little areas, it's good. And the combination works good, you know. I like all my teammates. I've been, you know, sat up here talking about my teammates. I've had Steve as a teammate, Connor Cummins as a teammate. I've had Joey Dunlop as a teammate, you know. I've had Michael Dunlop as a teammate. I've had some amazing teammates, and you know, Glenn's just another one of the journey of my 30 odd years of racing.
There's a word that always springs to mind for me whenever I do this and do other things and in these other sports. The word respect amongst the riders is incredible. You have huge respect for each other. You know your talents, your skills, but there's great respect out there.
Absolutely, there has to be. You know, when you're a couple of inches off somebody at 200 mile an hour, you know, you've got to have that mutual respect for each other, and yeah, slightly different camaraderie as well. We all, it's funny, I've been out all week eating with Connor and David Todd, but we are all good friends, and we all look out for each other, and I think it's a great way to be. And you know, I like all the characters. We need them. You know, there's young ones, there's older ones, there's mad ones, there's quiet ones, but like I say, when we're on track, there has to be some mutual respect there, and I think there is, and it's probably one of the only sports in the world where it is, you know, because we do know how dangerous it is and how quick it can go wrong, so you know, let's make it continue, mate.
So, fast forward, tomorrow the sun's shining, midday, what's your predictions? What are you going to be doing?
What am I going to be doing?
Brazil-wise.
Do you know what?
I don't mean pre-race, what are you going to be doing?
Yeah, well, I'm a bit nervous. I do get nervous when it comes to racing. Like I say, I've been on the grid so many times, but I do put a lot of pressure on myself as well. You know, there's a lot of expectation and there's a lot of expense, and it's a factory team as well, so they expect results. But you know, it's going to be wheel to wheel. It's going to be action. It's going to be great racing. The best man is going to win on the day. Who that's going to be, I don't know. I'd like it to be Glenn, just for the Honda story, but for me, if I'm realistic about if I'm in a group of people and I'm enjoying myself and I'm riding the best I can, if it's 6th or 7th or 8th or whatever, that's where it is. But it's just took me a little bit of a while to get going. The confidence come back a little bit, because I've been struggling a little bit with. Well, last time I was there was with a Norton, and that was a mess. You know, I never looked good in a silver suit. I looked like a fat chicken in tinfoil. So never looked great in silver. That's all behind me. So, but yeah, if it's the top 10 and we're all in one piece and we're in the bar and you buy a drink on Saturday night, I'll be happy.
I can't imagine that suit, a silver suit, a big chicken in a silver suit. What about that? What about a big Egypt and a lovely Egypt and a beautiful jacket here today? Ladies and gentlemen, John McGuinness, and he's in the marquee tonight. We're going to be talking to him as well, and selling his match in. John, God bless you. It's always a pleasure.